Hey guys, what's up? I'm not out on my walk because I recently finished 75 hard. So I'm actually taking just a few days to kind of chill a little bit. But today, guys, I wanted to talk about what you should do when you get new ideas. So if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're like, a person who, has a lot of ideas and wants to implement certain things, let me actually just talk to the entrepreneur here, because you guys are going to relate to this a whole lot more than I do. Once you become an entrepreneur and you start, realizing opportunity is out there all the time, literally everywhere, you can, get what I call shiny object syndrome, right? Where you want to create and build and, do awesome things and things like that, which, it comes with who we are as entrepreneurs, right? Like, I get new ideas for courses and programs and ways to run my business better all the time. But what I have found is that you can't make decisions like right away and then act upon them right away also. Here's why I say this, because most of the time when I've come up with these new ideas, what it has done, it has actually divided my focus. And then it made me, made it really difficult for me to do the original thing that I was already doing. A good example of this here recently, that I didn't fully act upon it, but I might in the future, was I was thinking about starting a Google Ads agency for reselling, right? And I was like, kind of like, why not? It's another income stream, another thing, right? But then I decided instead, I was like, you know what? Let me sleep on it and then come back to it later. And then the next day I was so busy doing the stuff for my students and running my own business that I didn't really have time to even think about it. So if I would have started that thing right away and started promoting it right away, it would have taken up so much more energy that I had already been, focusing towards what was already working, right? So instead, what I decided to do is I realized that. I took note of that in my head, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to keep doing the Google Ads thing with my own students. I don't really have the bandwidth at this moment to act upon that idea, right? I got about 60 students right now that are going through my 6-month program. So there's a good amount of, people that need my help, quite often, and, they paid for that, right? So I just wanted to talk a little bit today about, don't divide your attention, especially away from something that is already proven to work. So, I know a lot of people say divide and conquer. Yeah, that only works if you got a large team. If you don't have a large team, totally cool. My wife is actually currently taking over even more parts of my business so that I can focus a little bit more on the money-making opportunity parts of things, like making the offers and, getting more, clients and things like that. So I'm going to be moving more towards less of shipping and admin tasks, which honestly was taking up most of my day, to do more of the, the stuff that's more money-making, buying a lot more things and things like that. So the whole point of this daily dose is don't divide your attention too sporadically, because it can be detrimental to your business. I've done this multiple times, and you know what? Sometimes you actually have to do it to learn it. So that's another thing I do want to point out there. If you're a person who, you just have to learn, you can't listen to somebody who has already done it. You have to experience it yourself. I recommend you go and experience it, right? I remember I've worked with quite a few partners at this point, and there were things that I wanted to do that the other partner had more experience in. And I just kind of told him, I was like, look, I realize what you're saying. I realize it. I understand it. But I need to do it myself to get the experience. Because sometimes somebody else's experience just isn't good enough for us. We actually have to realize it ourselves. You will probably never hear anybody else say that, just so you know. I don't even say that a whole lot. I say listen to mentors, right? But if you are one of those people that just has to experience the thing, so you have more of an emotional investment in that thing when you started it, right? So, that's just my take on things. Anyway, guys, get out there and crush it. I'm going to pick up some shipping supplies and gonna ship out some stuff today. I've been listing all day, so sorry I haven't been doing many videos lately. We've just been had a lot of devices we got to get listed and shipped and everything. So anyway, guys, later, bye.